Hello everybody, I am Serta and welcome back to Parcel Simulator. It's Friday, we've got a lot of money on us, and you know what that means? Nope, we're not going out for a party, we are going to make more money, we're going to upgrade some machines, and because it's Friday, we know that we're going to have a bit of a problem on the weekend with the build-up of stuff for the rail submissions. So I want to put a few more racks out here, maybe 3, and hopefully that will be enough for us. And we need to start planning for using this gate, but we also need to get things moving a little bit more over on this side and that side. And somebody told me these ramps, ooh, you can upgrade them, and they throw things even further. Quite keen on testing that out. Anyway, lots to do. Let's get stuck in. So there's nothing stopping me from getting the day started, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to start ordering immediately. We have a bill to pay, sorted. In the shop, storage racks, I want 1, 2, 3. Automation, I need corner conveyors, I need 6 of them. Then I need 3 loaders, 3 unloaders, and that should be what we need. So we'll check out and go and grab our stuff out of the truck. Now, I'm probably going to be doing a little bit more of this over on the air freight and maritime side because I worry that those are also going to start filling up because we haven't really run them for a whole week with this new setup. Right, let's get these in. And that's the second shelf, and that's the third shelf. And then we can do the loaders and unloaders. Now, the reason I'm putting 3 in here is because I'm going to change how this comes in. So that's that, and they'll get one of these, and this will go in here, and one of those, and that will be there. Then we can get corners. That will go like that. Another corner over here, because we're going to need to bring this line, and I'm going to need some more straights, but I can get them from that side. Right, and then we'll start getting the other side ready. I'm probably not going to implement them today. That goes in there. Yeah, maybe I will. And that there. So as you can see now, this is an output and it's not going to work, obviously. Now I've put 3 on here specifically because I want to move this to here. So what I'm going to do then, wait for this box to pass, put that like that, get this one and do that, and then I can bring these like that, and one more in there. Then I can pick up this box and put it back on. That means I'm free to remove belts over on this side. So I'll only remove the ones that are absolutely necessary. And then we need those bends. And I may be short of 1. Oh wait, actually. So that's going to go there. This one's going to go here. And then I need... there's another bend right here. I'll just take that over like that. Right, what's going on here? Are we good? Let's just keep an eye on this, make sure that it's all going through. Yeah, it looks good. So I'll just pack these conveyors up and we'll use them somewhere else. And there are a few more. There we go. Overall saving on conveyor belts. Probably going to use them over here, so I'll just come and drop them off over here. Right, everything's looking okay over here. We're up to 49,000. That's good. And make that 51,000. All of these are working pretty nicely. I'm not going to do any of the upgrades just yet. I want to make sure that I've got cash. One upgrade I will do though is this one. So if we watch now, it hops the belt and it lands just there. So it's like almost 4 meters. But if I upgrade... and I can do another one. Hold on, how far does that go? Oh my word! That's fantastic. Holy crap, I don't need most of this belt anymore. Right, yeah, watch this one again. That nearly went off the belt. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Gosh, and you can't downgrade these things either. Yeah, that's a bit much, but it is fun. You know, you can put one over here and just shoot it right down this way. That would certainly speed the lines up. Anyway, we're on a shelf buying spree, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put another... Remember, it's Friday. This has to go until Wednesday, so I'm going to get 4 more. Yeah, the next... Oh, wait, hold on. It's Friday. Why are we not doing the aeroplane stuff? Oh, I'll fix that quickly. But I'm still going to get 4 more anyway. And then I want to get 2 over there, so it'll be a total of 6 more. That's so funny the way that these boxes are leaping through the air. Fantastic. Right, let's do this thing. So I'm getting 6 shelves. That means I need 6 loaders and 6 unloaders and a bunch of bins. And I think 12 bins would probably do it, and that would be the limit. Great. And we'll check out. Right, we've got our stuff. So I'm going to start setting up. So that's an extra 4 racks over here. Yeah, that was only 3. Where? There we go. Alright, so 4 more racks here. And we actually have space for a few more if needed. And then we can just start putting the loaders and unloaders into place. As you can see, this is it's a pretty straightforward setup. Nothing tricky about it. But then generally there's nothing really tricky about this game. It's just really enjoyable. And the bins start going in. Great. Okay, we're done on this side. Obviously, there are a lot of parcels coming through. So, yeah, I'm going to end up making a little mess. And this is the last of the conveyors over here. There we go. And I didn't even drop a box. Okay, so we've got some more straights that we can deal with. So all of this will be for the maritime side. So 1 extra shelf there. And we might need more than this. I don't know yet. And it's basically just the same setup. I'm going to change the position of the loading here. So we'll pack that up. Drop it with the rest of the unwanteds. Or the currently unneededs. And that completes that. So there we go. We've got a couple more racks over here. Have any of those flown off? They have. Oh no. I'm going to need to downgrade. This is not going to work at all. Oh, funny. Alright, well, I'm gonna need to buy another one of those. And remember not to upgrade it completely. Or, I could move it back. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Move this whole setup back. Alright, I just need to let a couple of them pass. We are almost done for the day anyway. That is in. In fact, I don't even need these. Oh, I'm going to have a whole bunch of spares here. That's nice. And it also gives you a place to walk. Alright, let's go and collect all of the conveyors that are lying around. And we'll put them over here. Alright, well, now that this is all done, I think it's time to move my office to a more central location. So I will first grab the desk. And we can run over that way. And I think this might be a good spot for the desk. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Although I'm going to change the desk, that one's ugly. And we'll get our big screen so that we can always be monitoring things. And I think maybe, yeah, we'll whack it over here. Yeah, we'll make this whole little internal area a nice little office area. Decorated out, kitted out. And we've hit 400 parcels in one day. That's pretty nice. Let me increase that a spot. I would just like to test this. Well, it still does a little bounce, but that one didn't go off the edge, so yeah, hopefully that's okay. And that very much looks like the end of Friday. There's a couple of parcels on that side. There's one going through over here. I don't think there's going to be any extra money. Well, actually, we might have one more submission over here. Oh, that's why I had extra belts. Okay, I actually forgot to do these last two. Well, that wasn't very clever. There we go, that's fixed. So we will just let those load up. Yeah, we do have a lot of stuff coming through. But it's the end of the Friday, which means it's the weekend, baby. So we won't be able to submit any air freight, and we won't be able to submit any rail. So we're going to pause those belts. The only thing that's going to go through over the weekend is trucks. And that does give me an opportunity to do a little bit more building out. And I think that means getting things started over here at least. But this is going to be a bit of a simpler setup. Yeah, it's going to be one machine into the next, and so on. Positives will head over. I think I might send them through that way. Yeah, that could actually work. Just throw them over there and then merge them into that line. I'm not sure if it's going to end up causing a bottleneck, but I think we've been okay so far. And then the negatives can just tie into this. So it'll be kind of a mirror image of this one. Anyway, that was a record day, I think. 432. None incorrect. And I just spotted this box doing funky stuff over here. I think I've got something the wrong way around. So it comes in, goes through here. These are right. These are right. It goes through there, it gets unloaded. Goes this way, and then it gets unloaded on that side. I wonder what the heck's going on here. Okay, and then it comes back. Okay, why? Is there a... No, these are the right way around. Okay, so it goes onto this rack. And we need the unloader. Put that there. Does it unload? Oh, there we go. It was glitched. And that will load now. Perfect. Right, I'm going to finish the day, and we can get started on the weekend. It's Saturday. Don't you love working the weekend? Everything looks good. I am immediately going to open up. Just make sure that the belts are all paused where they should be. This is why I should be doing this in the morning. Okay, those are paused. Good. Good. Everything's paused that should be paused. Straight into the tablet. We are going to the shop. We're going to pick up 3 storage racks. We're going to pick up 7 conveyors, I think. 3 loaders, 3 unloaders. Make sure. There's that. And one of those. And check out. Alright, let's go and fetch our stuff. And we will get this started. So we can bring this down and put it over there. One more over. That doesn't need to be one more over. What am I thinking? We'll grab a bend. That is supposed to go there. I'll get the rest of the racks on before I carry on. And that's done. Now we can start grabbing the loaders and unloaders and putting them into position. And that is the last one of those. And now we can just put all the bends in. So from there, and then loop in. We get the next one in, rotate into place. This will be the final output. Right there. And drag these over to this side so, oops, so they're easier to reach. That one goes in there, and this one rotates and goes into there. Good, that's sorted now. And we can go and drop these all off over here. And we can start putting some belts in. I think I'll give this a little bit of space. Super, now we need to go and buy one of each of the scanners. Right, sticker, weight, serial number, country, cargo type, stamp, and contents. Why are there 7? Because they're supposed to be. We will also need a cargo type diverter conveyor. No, not that one. Sorry. We will need the contents inspection diverter conveyor. And I'm kind of tempted to get one of these, but I'm also a bit weary because if I accidentally upgrade it, then it's going to cause problems. I'm going to go with the traditional bridger conveyor because you only have to jump... wait a minute. We might have to jump 2. So I'll get another one of those. Super, and we're probably going to need a bunch of the joiner conveyors as well, and I don't have any of those, so I'll just slap a bunch in. And then check out, and let's throw that off. Right, that is sorted. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this over the weekend. That looks okay. Keep an eye on the maritime as well. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, and we're fine on the planes for now. Start putting some machines in. Oh, I grabbed the first one, and it's the correct one. So that we're going to put in there, and the negatives are coming out on this side. Spot on. Oh, that means I'd need a 3rd bridge. That's fine. Right, what do we got here? Country. This one is contents prohibited. That's somewhere down the line. This one is weight. That's the one I was looking for. That one comes straight in here. You know, I am wondering if maybe it's a better idea to take the approved items around this way. I can still throw them. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I might have to move some stuff a little bit, but that's fine. Now let's play around and see if we can come up with a different layout. Could do serial number next. Let's see. If it's not approved, it's immediately heading out that way. This is going to end up costing me more belts, but that's fine. And probably a little bit more space as well if I'm going to be spacing them out. No, I don't like them. I'm going to minimize the amount of belts. So I'm going to go with my old trusted recipe. And we need, I think, one more. That's going to go there. Alright, just in preparation, I'm going to move this forward a bit. I don't need a massive office, but I do need a belt coming through here. Alright, let's get all of these connected up. Okay, and I don't have enough bends, but I can take that out and switch it with this one and pop that one in there. So this is where our declined ones will join in. Okay, so that one will come over and it will go into here. Alright, so we'll bring that one over to there. This one will come in here. This one's going to come in over there. Alright, good. Okay, that's good. I need a bend for here. And then we'll build out all these lines. Alright, we need another bend over there. And then I think we're going to probably take this one out. Can go over there and we will have one over here like that. And then we can build that out to that point. Right, and then we need a bend over there. So we need a whole bunch of straight pieces. We need a bunch of bends. I'm not going to bother trying to count. I'm just going to get them. And if we have too many, I'll just sell them. And that's pretty much what I'm going to get. Let's go do this thing and maybe we can have this place finished and ready to be up and running by tomorrow morning. Okay, we are here. We have our conveyors. We'll start plugging them all in. I really do quite like how the conveyor system works in this game. That one there is coming out. That can go there. That can go in there. And that may need to come out as well. Thinking about it. Because that's going to need to loop in. We're leaving a little bit of space here because this actually shouldn't be here. It should be over there. And then we need another one of those joiner belts to go in right over there. And then this bend, oops, wrong way, like that. And we can just get all of these belts now tied in. Right, that is that done. We need one more bend over here. But right, everything goes in. All the failed ones, they all merge into this line. Now that is a little concerning because there's going to be a lot of them. So I hope that line can handle everything. And I hope me putting the bends in the junctions like I did is not going to cause them to get stuck. It has happened before. But we'll keep an eye on it. Okay, so all these are tied in. These, yeah, they all look good. On the approved side, I need to bring belts out over here. So let me go and grab some more belts. And hopefully I have one bend left somewhere. There it is. I actually probably need more than one. Okay, so we'll just build this line out. And I'm going to go and see if I've got one more junction left over. Oh, I don't. Because this may need to be a junction. Okay, so we've got a bend now over here. Okay, good. We can put that in there. And this is the last belt that I can put in. I do need one over on this side for when I'm ready to connect it in. And in fact, I'm going to connect it in right now. And I'm going to use this opportunity to fill up the racks. Make a little bit of extra cash. Alright, so those will fill up. And I'm left with 5 straights and a couple of ramps. Oh wait, what am I doing? I think I'm losing my mind. This does not tie into here at all. I have no idea. I think I had a little bit of a brain malfunction right there. Okay, so that's the declined ones in there. This is going to go that way. So now I'm going to have too many bends. But I'm going to have my junction that I don't need to go buy now. And I can plug that in. And I will need the bend. But later. Actually, I won't need the bend at all. But I'm going to need to order another junction. And a whole bunch of straights. The number of straights, I'm not sure until I know how far this... Oh, I'm going to need one of these as well. So we will get that. I'll just get like, I don't know, 10 of them. And a launcher. Let's check out. I hope that's going to be enough. Let's see. I didn't plan already ahead with putting anything in here. No, I didn't. So here's this. And if I put it like over here, that should work. And this one is going to head over here. Oops. And take that one out. And this one goes there. And then this will be the catching belt. So let's do this. And I have like one belt left. Let's see if with a full upgrade, whether that will be good enough. So I need to grab a package quickly. We'll put it down over here. More than enough. And it lands perfectly. Excellent. Good, so it looks like everything here is okay. So these are the approved. They come in here, they tie in with these ones. And then they go around here, they get shot into the approved line where they go through the thing that applies the sticker. That actually may be good. And then the declined ones all tie in and they go onto this belt. Nice. Alright, as long as we don't have any anomalies, this should work perfectly. So let's run Sunday and see how it goes. Alright, trash is picked up. Let's immediately open. Nothing changes as far as was the problem over here. I didn't even notice that these hadn't gone through. That's odd. Was it just a general holdup? Alright, let's do a couple of upgrades. We've got money now and nothing much else to spend it on, so we'll just upgrade all of those. They'll go a little bit faster. And should I give the weight the 10,000 upgrade? Yeah, why not? Right, there's something stuck in here. I'm almost sure of it. Try that. Yeah, that one's going in now. Okay, so we just had a parcel stuck. I have to keep an eye out for those. Even though there is human error, machines still need supervision. Alright, let's get this connected. And off you go. And I am going to start by upgrading these two. I'll give the first one a double upgrade. I might as well do this one as well. And this one. These two have already had their first upgrade. I want to see the first legit declined one come out of this side. I want to see my first legit approved one come out on this side and head over that way. Wow. Those parcels absolutely fly. Good thing we've got high ceilings. This setup with 8 racks looks like it should be enough. We didn't quite fill up 4 on Saturday. So yeah, this should be enough. Oh, I missed... Oh, there it is. It landed. It's going through. It's doing the thing. And I think maybe some belt upgrades over here. Because we're merging many things in one place. Oh, I see a backup coming. But when things start backing up, that means that the belts are filling up. And we won't be having such empty belts anymore. Yeah. Lots of movement. Yep, and it looks like we've got a little hang-up over here as well. And this was a pre-declined one, so I'm just going to drop it on the belt and let it do its thing. There's just boxes jumping all over the place. This is great. Alright, not much I can do right now, except just keep an eye on things, make sure everything is running and nothing's getting stuck. Come on, what are you doing? Okay, it is actually working. It looks like the problem exists over here, so maybe give that an upgrade. Give that an upgrade, and that. Now I am not giving any more upgrades. But for a little while. Well, so far everything looks pretty good, except for a couple of those little glitches, and a potential bottleneck problem over here. I mean, it clears from... I mean, it clears up. It just happens from time to time when there are a lot of approvals coming through, but then it clears up again after that. But I'm really impressed with these things flying around. Brilliant. The cool thing about those things flying around is it gives you space to walk where you wouldn't have had them. Let's get hit in the face with a box. Okay, have to get a bit closer. Oh, it does actually hit you and bounce back. Try that again. Where'd it go? Oh, fell on the floor this time. Okay, so we are having a little bit of a problem here. So we're going to have to upgrade lines over here. let that flow through a little bit faster. Yeah, that's good. And I should probably come over here, and it wasn't really necessary, but just offloading the truck a little bit faster. We're eventually going to do all of these belts anyway. And this looks like it's handling well. There's 2 more racks, and if these 2 fill up, I'm going to have to put 2 more in here. I mean, we do have a lot of parcels still to process, so I'm thinking that maybe I should do that because that second last one is already filling up. All right, let's go and get it. So 2 more large storage racks, 4 bins, 2 loaders, 2 unloaders. Check out. Let's go and do this before it becomes a problem. Right, we are here with the stuff. And I'm just going to set up as quickly as possible. Right, that's the last one over there. That will be the new input. That can go there. Then we just need to do the tie-in. So that one goes there. Move that out. And that. There we go. No interruption. And I really hope I don't need any more, but if I do need more, I can do them. Yeah, I can add another 2. I'll just have to move this little bit out over here. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'll give it that space immediately. Right there. Yeah, now I've got space for 2 more racks if I have to put them in. Over here, Maritime is looking fine. I'm glad I put those extra 2 in. But this gets sorted out on Tuesday. So hopefully there's enough. If not, we can add more. We'll just keep an eye. How are we doing over here? Nothing backing up, I hope. No, everything's moving. This little bottleneck is not really a problem. Oh, we have a package that fell off. That is a denied one. Oh, that might have been one that hit me. I'm glad it didn't land on another belt. Yeah, there's still quite a lot to go over here. This side is complete. Yeah, these ones still have a fair bit to do. And there's still some over here. So I think it was probably a good thing to get those extra racks over here. Right, we are approaching the end of the day. My instincts were right on this one. We did need more racks over here. We may not fill this last one, and we may not need another 2 in the future, but at least we managed to accommodate all of the boxes and they didn't back up onto the belts. I'm feeling the same way about the Maritime right now. We've only got 1 rack left. The second last one is almost full. So something to keep an eye on, because that only goes out on Tuesday. So we've got a full day. I'm not sure that this is going to be enough. Anyway, I think we are done. Just a couple of things to go through here. 352 parcels today, and that's on a Sunday. So that's going to be good. This coming week is going to be huge. But I think that is where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. And if you have any tips, that would be cool. I think I have everything set up. It all seems to be working fine. I have no way of speeding anything up any further. All the upgrades are done. And when I say speeding up, I mean speeding up delivery, getting more parcels in. I assume there's a limit. But in the next episode, we're going to be upgrading everything. Belts, machines, the whole lot. We're going to upgrade everything to the max. And we're going to do some decorating. We're going to paint the walls, make this place look spiffy. Get some more plants in as well. But thank you very, very much for the support on this series, and thanks for watching. Until next time, cheers!